Interview 1.
Welcome to Health Talk. Today, we have Dr. Sarah, a psychologist, joining us to discuss the impact of social media on mental health. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Sarah.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Social media has become such a big part of our daily lives. How do you think it affects mental health?
Social media can have both positive and negative effects on mental health. On the positive side, it allows people to stay connected with friends and family, share experiences, and even find support in online communities. However, the negative effects are becoming more apparent. Constant exposure to curated images of others' lives can lead to feelings of inadequacy, loneliness, and anxiety. People often compare themselves to the idealized versions of others they see online, which can lower self-esteem.
That's interesting. What are some of the most common mental health issues associated with social media use?
One of the most common issues is anxiety. Many people feel pressure to present a perfect version of themselves online, which can lead to stress and anxiety. Another issue is depression, particularly among teenagers. Studies have shown that excessive use of social media, especially platforms focused on image sharing, is linked to higher rates of depression. This is because people often feel like they're missing out or that their lives aren't as exciting as others. Additionally, cyberbullying is a growing problem that can have serious mental health consequences.
Are there any benefits to social media use?
Yes, there are benefits. Social media can be a great way to connect with others, especially for people who may feel isolated in real life. It can also provide access to valuable resources, such as mental health support groups or educational content. For example, during the pandemic, many people turned to social media to stay informed and connected. However, it's important to use social media in moderation and be mindful of how it affects your emotions.
What advice would you give to someone who feels overwhelmed by social media?
I would recommend setting boundaries. This could include limiting the amount of time you spend on social media each day or unfollowing accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. It's also helpful to take regular breaks from social media and spend time engaging in real-life activities. Finally, remember that what you see online isn't always an accurate representation of reality. Everyone has struggles, even if they don't show them online. Interview 2.
Welcome to City Futures. Today, we have Mr. Thomas, an urban planner, to discuss the evolution of urban planning and how it affects modern cities. Thank you for being here, Thomas.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about this topic.
Urban planning has changed a lot over the years. Can you explain how urban planning has evolved and what has driven these changes?
Urban planning has evolved significantly, especially in the last century. In the past, cities were often developed with little consideration for long-term growth or sustainability. However, as populations have grown and cities have become more crowded, there's been a shift towards more thoughtful, strategic planning. Today, urban planners focus on creating sustainable, livable cities that can accommodate growing populations while preserving the environment. This involves considering things like public transportation, green spaces, and affordable housing.
What are some of the biggest challenges facing urban planners today?
One of the biggest challenges is managing population growth. Many cities around the world are experiencing rapid population growth, which can strain infrastructure and resources. Another challenge is climate change. Urban planners need to design cities that can withstand extreme weather events, such as floods, hurricanes, and heat waves. This means incorporating green infrastructure like parks and gardens to help manage stormwater and reduce urban heat islands. Finally, housing affordability is a major issue. Planners need to find ways to create affordable housing options that don't contribute to urban sprawl.
How does technology play a role in modern urban planning?
Technology has revolutionized urban planning in many ways. For example, geographic information systems (GIS) allow planners to analyze data on land use, population density, and environmental factors to make more informed decisions. Smart city technology is also becoming more common. This includes things like smart traffic lights that can adjust to real-time traffic conditions or sensors that monitor air quality. Technology helps planners create more efficient, responsive cities that can adapt to changing conditions.
What do you think the future of urban planning looks like?
I think the future of urban planning will be focused on sustainability and resilience. As cities continue to grow, planners will need to prioritize green infrastructure, renewable energy, and climate adaptation. We'll also see more emphasis on creating walkable, bike-friendly cities that reduce the need for cars. In addition, technology will continue to play a big role, with more cities using data and smart systems to improve quality of life for residents. Interview 3.
Welcome to Community Matters. Today, we have Ms. Rachel, a volunteer coordinator, to discuss the benefits of volunteer work. Thank you for joining us, Rachel.
Thank you for having me. I'm always happy to talk about the importance of volunteering.
Volunteering seems to offer a lot of benefits. Can you explain why volunteer work is so important?
Volunteering is important for several reasons. First, it allows people to give back to their communities and make a positive impact. Whether it's helping at a local food bank, tutoring students, or cleaning up a park, volunteers play a crucial role in supporting their communities. Volunteering also has personal benefits. It gives people a sense of purpose and fulfillment, knowing they're making a difference. Additionally, volunteering can be a great way to develop new skills and gain experience in different fields.
What are some of the personal benefits of volunteering?
One of the biggest benefits is the sense of connection it provides. Volunteering allows people to meet new people and build relationships, which can reduce feelings of loneliness or isolation. It's also a great way to improve mental health. Studies have shown that people who volunteer regularly experience lower levels of stress and depression. Volunteering can also help build self-confidence and self-esteem, especially when people see the positive impact of their work.
How can volunteering benefit someone's career?
Volunteering can be a great way to gain experience in a new field or develop new skills. For example, if someone is interested in a career in education, they could volunteer as a tutor to gain hands-on experience. Volunteering also helps build a network of contacts, which can be valuable when looking for job opportunities. Many employers value volunteer experience because it shows that a person is committed, responsible, and willing to go the extra mile.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to start volunteering but doesn't know where to begin?
My advice would be to start by thinking about what you're passionate about. There are so many different ways to volunteer, from working with animals to helping the environment to supporting vulnerable communities. Once you know what you're passionate about, you can look for volunteer opportunities that align with your interests. Many organizations have websites where you can sign up for volunteer work, or you can contact local charities or community centers to see how you can get involved.